Farmers and Merchants Bank has been helping people with their financial needs for over 100 years. And FMB is right here in Lakeland, Georgia to serve you. Whether you need personal banking with checking and savings accounts, money market and IRAs, or business banking with checking, cash management, and loans, FMB is also your lending solution for both personal and business. Whatever your banking needs, Farmers and Merchants Bank remains committed to be the best of the best. North Carter Street in Lakeland. Go Dawgs! Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Lakeland Drug Company has been Lakeland's hometown pharmacy since 1950. They're more than just medicine, offering personalized service, a drive-up window, and a delivery service. Located at 42 West Main Street in Lakeland, Georgia. You can call 229-482-3677 or visit them online at lakelanddrug.com. Lakeland Drug Company, more than medicine, and a proud supporter of Lanier County Bulldogs.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lanier County High School Bulldog football here on the Lanier County Network. I'm Keith Newbern. Tonight I'm joined in the booth with Will Watson. Will filling in tonight for Mr. Ryan Tootin. Ryan couldn't make the trip tonight, so Will was gracious enough to help us out. Glad to have you up here, Will.
Well, we sure appreciate the opportunity tonight. Talk a little Bulldog football.
Got a meeting at midfield for the coin flip. Mr. Jamie Dodson, the head referee. Out there were Rashad Brockington and number 61 for Brooks County. We got a roster for them, but it's about 5 pages long, so we'll have to flip back into
Mr. Fabian G.
Fabian G. Bulldogs are in what I would call the north end zone, waiting to take the field. Trojans in the south end zone, waiting to take the field. This will be the first ever meeting between these two schools at the high school level on the gridiron. Back when Brooks County was in the old Region 2, or possibly Region 1, several years ago. That was probably back when Will and I was in high school. There was no football in Lanier County, so we've competed against them many years in baseball, basketball, and other sports, but first ever high school football game.
Make sure you watch the screen so I know if it freezes or not.
Yeah, we played them in the conference in middle school for several years.
That's right. Always a strong team under head coach Maurice Freeman. They have won a single-A state championship over here in Brooks County.
Looks like 94.
Bulldogs taking the field.
This will be a very, very nice challenge for us. A measuring stick, of course. We on the upswing in our opinion.
Now, Brooks County making their way on the field, running through the cheerleaders and the dance team, drill team. They have a bunch of different teams over here.
They got homecoming tonight.
Over in Lakeland this afternoon, Lady Dawgs softball taking on the Telfair County Trojan, an old region rival, in the second round, Sweet 16 of the high school softball playoffs. Lady Dawgs currently leading that contest 1-0 in the sixth inning, last I heard. Had a long rain delay. Daniel Cruz going to tee it up for the Bulldogs. They'll go on defense first.
I can't remember who won the toss. I believe Brooks might have won the toss.
Might have won the toss and elected to keep it.
Keep it.
That'd be good. Horn sounds as
Just waiting to get the clock right. Looks like our formation set up for the little small kick to the sideline there.
like he might be going to kick it towards his side, and he does. Going to come down around the 26-yard line. Good return up in there. Still on his feet, up across the 40 to about the 43, maybe 44-yard line.
Yeah, we stand him up right there, Keith.
Cortez Robinson in on the stop. We're on the home side of the stadium, so you could very well hear a lot of crowd noise, band noise, all kinds of noise. They got a speaker right outside our booth that is very loud.
PA announcer, obviously.
Brooks sends 3 receivers out to the left, 1 down here on the right side. Quarterback in the backfield with a single back behind him. He's going to take the snap and hand it. No, he keeps it. Goes out around the left side. He's got 11, 12 yards and a first down.
Yeah, he definitely caught us off guard there on that one there. We stayed with the running back there.
Going to be inside Bulldog territory down to our 40, about the 44-yard line.
3 to the near side and 1 to the far this time when the receiver set up.
Keep it again in the same play, just the opposite direction. This time he gets closer to 14 yards, down close to the 30. Same play, opposite direction.
Same result. We'll get that figured out here in just a second. Got to stay a little more disciplined there on that front.
Got 12 the first time and 14 the next time. Same formation. Going to pitch it out there in the flats. Got a man. He's going to be down close to and across. Yeah, another first down inside the 20. 3 plays, 3 first downs. Ball on about the 19. 11-yard pass play.
They're running with a little tempo here. Try to catch us off guard again.
They scored 68 points on Atkinson County last week. They're going to try to draw us off sides. Looks like Miko Brewington might have obliged them.
That would be correct.
First down and 5. Ball will go down to the 14-yard line. You got to find a way to slow them up here just a little bit.
Yeah, somebody needs to find a way in that backfield there and read that ball good.
Going to give it to the back right up the gut. Several guys in on the tackle there.
Looks like he got him another first down.
First down inside the 10.
What about an 8 yard gain?
First and goal, ball down on.
It's first and goal from about the 7-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. High snap.
Quarterback keeper.
He's in for the score.
That didn't take long and
took about 2 minutes total between the kickoff and the drive for them to put it in the 10 minutes to go in the quarter number 1. Brooks up 6-0 already. The kicker was kind of, if he hit one good, it was really good. But he very seldom did in warm-ups.
Yeah.
He got that one, looks like pretty good.
Right down the middle.
7-0 with 10 minutes to go in the first quarter, and we'll take a commercial break and get a word from our sponsor.
Farmers and Merchants Bank has been helping people with their financial needs for over 100 years. And FMB is right here in Lakeland, Georgia to serve you. Whether you need personal banking with checking and savings accounts, money market and IRAs, or business banking with checking, cash management, and loans, FMB is also your lending solution for both personal and business. Whatever your banking needs, Farmers and Merchants Bank remains committed to be the best of the best. North Carter Street in Lakeland. Go Dawgs! Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, we back here, Brooks County Trojan Stadium. I don't know if they have a name. I've never been here, my very first time. Veteran Stadium is the name of it. I see it on the scoreboard. Veteran Stadium, just out of downtown Quitman. Brooks County tees it up. The kicker for the kickoff is not the same kid that kicked the extra point.
Nope.
And he's going to kick it straight away.
Keontae Hodges with the return.
Good return up to about close to the 35-yard line. About a 25-yard kick return for Hodges. Spotted on the 30, just short of the 34.
We can establish a little bit of offense here and run a little bit of clock, get us on down there and get us a quick 6. That wouldn't be a bad answer.
That's right. Bulldogs need to try to put some points on the board. Faced a tough Irwin County defense last week and was unable to score. First time we've been shut out this year.
Looks like we got Calhoun down at the bottom here as a receiver.
And we spread them all out. No backs in the backfield, and somebody took off over there way early. Going to break us a 1st and 15. Not a good way to start.
Is that going to be number 13, Alexander?
Call against the Bulldogs. 1st and 15 from the 29.
He had it in gear a little bit too quick.
So like you say, you have
now Calhoun's going back.
Calhoun split out wide instead of in the backfield. Now you got to have twins on each side. Rashad's going to take the snap, give it to Calhoun.
He had a little crease there.
Might have got a yard.
Yep. Hands off to Jalen Calhoun. Ethan Bell makes the tackle. Gain of a yard on the play. 2nd down, 14.
Calhoun picks up a yard. 2nd and 14 from the 30. Just short of the 30. Keish Wright down on this side with Alexander. Xavier Ryan way up top. Shot takes the snap.
He's got somebody. Oh, and we fall down.
Didn't catch it. Pass is incomplete.
He looked like he was going to the ground. If he catches it, we don't get back to the sticks.
No, I don't. Well, he would have picked up a few yards to get to the sticks, but he wouldn't have been a 1st down.
That was a little awkward there for Zay there.
Yeah, coming back to the ball. You got Miko Brewington out here this time with Kish Wright. Shaw looks to the sideline, going to audible to play. Snaps a little low. Going to give it to Calhoun. He gained about 2 in there.
Calhoun carries the ball, gain of a couple.
Yeah, a little hesitant there on putting that thing in there that far.
Gain of 1.
On the Brooks County side.
4th down for the Bulldogs.
4th down and 13, punting situation.
Back deep to receive.
And Brockington is back there to punt. Had 2 or 3 punts blocked last week. I think we've changed our formation a little bit this week.
Hopefully, it'll result in a better blocking scheme.
Snap. Gets the kick out of there. End over end kick. Going to roll.
Bounce.
Picks it up. A lot of running room.
Got a good, and he's cutting right on through like he might be untouched.
He carried that ball back 65, 68 yards for a touchdown.
Untouched, I believe.
So with 8:19 to go in quarter number 1. And Brooks County has extended their lead to 13-0 with the extra point pending.
the start we'd like to get here, but got plenty of time to make some adjustments.
Well, I don't know. Well, you changed our formation there on the punt, and that might have thrown off our punt coverage.
Yeah, getting down there.
We prevented the block, but we might have thrown off our coverage a little bit. Kick's good. So 14-0 Trojans here early. We'll take a break. Come back after this. Back here at Veterans Stadium in Quitman, Georgia. Bulldogs find herself down 14-0. Back ready to receive for the Bulldogs. Kish Wright and I believe Xavier Ryan.
Keontae Hodges.
Keontae Hodges. Kick
Looks
going.
like Kish is going to get the opportunity this time to
take it on
bring
about
it
the
back.
12. And brings it back up to about the 27-yard line. It's about a 15-yard return.
Looks like we're seeing a little bit of difference in speed there.
Yeah.
Some of their guys there a little bit quicker than ours right now, but I expect we're going to put it in there a little bit more here to get the ball a little bit further down the field than running. Brooks has definitely got one of the top defensive lines in the region and be tough sledding through there.
Shot in the empty backfield.
Steps up, got some running room there if he can get. Man, he gets run down from behind.
Picked up good first down yardage, though. Up over the 30 to about the 33-yard line. About a 5-yard carry.
Real good run.
5 positive yards on first down this time instead of 5 negative yards on a false start. So a little bit better start to this possession. Going to go to the empty backfield again.
Got 5 wideouts in the.
3 up top, 2 down bottom down here. There's a
fault.
Got a flag. False start. Going to back us up, make it 2nd and 10. I missed that one. I don't know who might have done that, but somebody jumped, they said.
I'm thinking Miko, he's got some bad body language going on down there.
Carries us back to the 28, makes it 2nd and 10.
2nd down 10 for the Bulldogs.
Quick if we gain 5, we give it right back to him.
I don't know if he didn't line up on all sides. I didn't see him check in with the official over there to get his blessing. Get rid of it.
And Shaw's going to be hit and brought down back close to the 21-yard line.
Trapped in his backfield by Deshaun Baker.
7-yard loss on the sack.
The loss is back to the 21.
Looked like our blocking definitely fell apart there. We had a guy looking like he was trying to block him, but didn't get the job done.
3rd down and 17.
Line to make is the 38. It's 3rd down, 17 for the Bulldogs.
We'll send 3 guys out to the right. Low snap,
bad
rolling
snap.
inside the 10. Shaw's got to get on it. He's in the end zone. Throws it out of there. Had a man. But they're going to pick it off. And they'll go out of bounds down there around the 15-yard line.
Intercepted by Kamari Blankenship.
If Rashad could have got that ball out of bounds, it would have been a much better result. Didn't quite get it there.
Nope.
So far, not so good.
We probably would have been okay with a intentional grounding there. Could at
Well,
least-
from the end zone would have been a safety on
I
the
see.
intentional grounding.
Yeah.
From here, because he was in the end zone when he threw the ball.
Yeah.
Ball on about the, what they say, the 10.
Quarterback up the middle there. Still dragging Bulldogs. They never blowed him dead.
Never blowed him dead. Said he never went down.
He was laying on top of our players and pushed right on through. I guess he kept his legs going. No whistle blowed. You got to play through the whistle.
I have to say, I didn't hear a whistle either.
Nope. Extra point pending, going to be 20-0.
We hadn't even played half a quarter. Kicks up, kicks good. So we'll take a break. Get a word from our sponsors.
Lakeland Drug Company has been Lakeland's hometown pharmacy since 1950. They're more than just medicine, offering personalized service, a drive-up window, and a delivery service. Located at 42 West Main Street in Lakeland, Georgia. You can call 229-482-3677 or visit them online at lakelanddrug.com. Lakeland Drug Company, more than medicine, and a proud supporter of Lanier County Bulldogs.
All right, back here at Veterans Stadium, Bulldogs about to return their third kick of the night. Brooks County leads, or maybe their fourth kick, Will. I'm not sure. We kicked off to start with, didn't we?
Yes. Looks like Hodges will take it.
At about the 15.
Stumbled there, but still got a few nice cut back. 32, 33-yard line there. Got a few problems there we got to work out. Got to get a good snap. Got to keep everybody on sides. We really hadn't had but one good play there, and that was the one that broke down. Rashad took off running. And
we had a 5-yard gain, and that was it. We'll start this drive on a 32. Rashad back there I can't see the number. I think that's Jalen. I'm going to hand it to him. He's hitting the backfield drop for a 3-yard loss.
Calhoun, the ball carrier. Ethan Bell made the tackle along with Jashawn Baker.
Brooks has come out to play, and we hadn't come out with any fire whatsoever so far. We got an offensive line there that's standing right in front of somebody, but don't look like we're trying to engage and make contact. Shot rolls out. Long pass down the side. And
out of bounds.
Washington's pass goes out of bounds. Only coverage was Savion Cason.
We 3rd and 13 from the 29. Lady Dogs win game 1 in Lakeland over Telfair 2-0.
Ball's on the 29. The line to make is the 42.
Got a text saying that Atkinson County drawed first blood on Irwin. No, actually, Irwin is up 13-0. That was incorrect.
Yeah, that'd have been some news there now.
Irwin came down and beat these Trojans, I think, by a touchdown a few weeks ago. Shot in the gun, gonna take it. Faked it to Calhoun, throws it out here in the flat. Got a man. He's still on his feet. I couldn't see the number. I believe that's Kish Wright.
Yes.
To a Xavier.
No Kish is here.
Xavier Ryan out there. Xavier with the catch. First completion of the night. Ball up to the 36-yard line. 7-yard gain. Bring up a 4th down and 6. And Coach Kurt Williams is going to send the punt team out on the field. Let's hope this punt don't result in the same as the last one did.
Yeah, we're still in that same formation there. We look like we might try to kick it to this side instead of that side. I don't know if we'll quite get it there. Nice snap.
Left-footed punter, Rashad is. And he kicks it to a teammate over there around the 40-yard line. See how far that official walks up to the 41.
41-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Trojans.
1st and 10 Brooks from their own 41.
These Dogs have got to get woke up here. If not, this thing's fixing to be out of reach in a hurry.
They have had nothing but positive plays from the get-go. They have 26, 37, 44. They have 54 yards of offense and 21 points already here in quarter number 1. They got 3 receivers out on this side. Single back with a sniffer in the backfield with the quarterback. Take the snap, going to throw it out here to number 14. We miss him.
Oh, and
the
he got a
ball's
fumble on the
loose.
ball. Ball on the ground. Dawgs recover.
Johnson slapped that ball away, and Ja'Cory Williams comes up with the fumble recovery.
Nothing wrong with that. Puts us on the.
Roy Johnson slapped it out of there. Looked like Brooks was fixing to get a nice play there. And first positive play of the evening for the Bulldogs. We're about to have our 4th possession of quarter number 1. And we're going to be on the Brooks County 38-yard line.
Got a positive play that last time to Zay Ryan there with a good effort. Maybe we can get back to him there. Looks like we got one guy sticking 2, obviously, but
yeah, we stacking receivers on each side.
yeah. There's a little screen here. Oh, don't run back inside there, Kish.
Same play, just went to Kish that time. He didn't get the blocking he needed.
We cut to the inside and didn't quite get no blocking. He could do that over again. I'm sure you'd go to the outside there and use his blocker a little bit better. I think we lost a couple of yards on that one.
Ball back to the 41, lost close to 3. Same formation, going to stack receivers on each side. Single back in the backfield, I think, is Andreas Anderson. No, that's
we got one
Calhoun. We got a man down there.
Wide open.
He makes the catch and rolls out of bounds down about the 10-yard line.
That's Zay Ryan.
First down, and let's see, do we got enough room for a first down, or if it's going to be a first and goal?
First and goal, looks like.
First and goal from the 10. Yep. 31-yard pass play.
Kish right. Thought he was going out, but he didn't. Look like Zay's coming.
Andreas Anderson racing off the field. I don't know if we got enough people out there. Yeah, we may need to get a timeout.
Play clock's going to get us here.
Coach Williams might just decide to get a timeout.
Looks like we're in the power.
Give it to Calhoun. He's up in there close to the 6. Gain 3 or 4. About the 7. Gain 3.
Be nice to punch it in here on their turnover there. Anything positive. Here we go again, another handoff.
Back to Calhoun. He's not going to get much in there. Maybe a half a yard down to the 6. Third and goal.
Bringing back in our receiver set here. Going to be tough sledding on that Brooks County D-line there. They well known for their defense.
Minute 50 in the first quarter. 2 receivers on each side. Shot in the gun, takes the snap, looking, throws it down in there.
Oh,
his receiver fell down. He had him and he fell down. He had the man beat by a step and tripped. Kish Wright.
Tripped over his own feet. Did we get the points? Any points, or are we going?
Got a good kicker over in Daniel Cruz. Are we going to take the 3 or are we going to go for 6?
Looks like we're keeping the
offense out there. Be a chip shot here for Cruz, but down 21-0. I mean, there's no reason not to try to get the 6. Man in motion.
We're going to try to draw him offside. And, oh, no, we running the play. And
Shot looking, throws, had to
Oh.
slant.
not even
Didn't
in
get
the
him.
end zone.
Washington's pass intended for right, incomplete.
So Lanier County will turn it over on downs.
Trojan, a volley on the coverage on that last play.
But a little bit more positive.
Offensive work there for the Dogs.
So we got a minute 28. See, can we pin Brooks down there, make him punt, get good field position. Hand it off at the middle.
Uh-oh, got a step.
A volley on brings it out to the Trojans.
All the way out to about the 18-yard line. Another and a first down.
Deontay Hodges makes the tackle. Gain of about 12.
They're running right through the middle.
From the 18.
Give it to him again in there. We grab him that time and hold him to about maybe three and a half yards.
Cedric Davis made the tackle.
Say give him 4.
Second down 4. Second down 6.
Man goes in motion. They're going to faked it to him on the
Quarterback
end
keeper.
around and kept it. Went up over to 30 for a first down.
On the keeper, crosses the 30-yard line. That'll be enough for a Trojan first down. Roy Johnson makes the
Spotted around the 32. Roy Johnson with the tackle.
Number 32, first and 10, Trojans.
I think they'll get one more play off here in the first.
Yeah, if they want to, they probably could.
And he's
Quarterback's
looking for a
looking to throw.
pass here. Got him. He's on the
Plenty of
route. Can we
time.
get
Now
there
Kelvin
with Kelvin
Gaines is back there. Can't make the tackle.
Can't make the tackle. He's going to be free here.
And we hit him and stop him for no gain.
Is that Kamarion Wade?
Kamarion with a good open field tackle over there.
Tackle was made by Kamarion Wade. That's the end of the first quarter of Homecoming 2020 with your score. Brooks County.
So the end of the first quarter, Brooks County 21, Lanier County nothing. We'll take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. All right, back here in Quitman, the Veterans Stadium. Our Bulldogs taking on the Brooks High Trojans. Trojans have jumped out to a 21-0 lead really quick here in the first quarter. Bulldogs had a good drive there at the end of the quarter. Couldn't cash it in for no points. Had to turn it over on downs. And Brooks is taking it from their 6 and moving it out to their 32. Looking at a second down and 10. Give it off in there to a big running back.
Big hole.
And he's going to get big yardage.
Can we run him down with
Cortez Robinson? Run him down, but not before he went all the way down inside the 5 to about the 1. And
maybe the 1 foot.
Jamie Dotson is telling the Sticks to hold up. I don't know. There's a penalty flag undoubtedly somewhere way back down here. I don't know.
Yep. We got a hold on the Trojans.
Ball is going to be brought back. That's a long gain there that hopefully is going to be negated by a penalty on the Trojans.
I didn't see the flag myself.
I still don't see a flag.
At the spot of the foul there. There must have been something downfield there.
Must have been. They're going to give them the ball at the
spot of the foul there.
the 38-yard line.
Ball's resting on the 38-yard line of Lanier County. 1st and 10, Trojans.
Pass out there.
And we
flat,
fall
man,
down.
wide
Kamarion
open.
falls down there, and he goes right by him.
I don't know, is the field wet out there? It rained in Lakeland. We walked across the field to get the booth over here, and I didn't notice it being any wet.
Any wet at all.
1st down and 10. On, let's see, around the 15. On the 16-yard line. A 22-yard pass play. Trojans moving quickly down the field. Snaps high, going to give it to the running back.
Same hole the last time. Gaines has him, and
stop him around 11, maybe to 12.
They sure keep them feet moving. Hard to bring down on initial contact. Got to wrap up. We won't be able to pull them all night long. We're going to grab them legs.
But there's some strong athletes. I know Coach Maurice Freeman, they work in that weight room. We came over here last summer, and, man, we found out just what they do over here. I think we had a
quarterback to the throw there on the slant.
We broke it up in there and got to have a penalty flag. You gonna call us for?
No way that's pass interference.
No, I mean both men's got a right to the ball, and we're going for the ball. There's no way you can call pass interference there. Brooks player injured on the play.
No way.
No way you can call pass interference. It's a terrible call. They don't need any help. You don't have to give them any help. They got plenty. They got plenty on the field out there.
We sure didn't hit him early by no means.
No, both players went for the ball, and they made contact with each other. Young man's going to get to his feet. That's good.
Looks like a leg injury. Maybe an ankle or a knee. I believe that's their the Dimps kid there that kicks off for them there, maybe number 7.
He's walking kind of gingerly with assistance. If anybody knows if the Lady Dogs are going to start game 2 tonight, let us know and give us some scores, and we'll be glad to pass them along. First down and goal, ball resting on the 6-yard line. Send the man in motion. Kind of fake it to him and run it right at the middle with the quarterback. He's in for the touchdown. 10:31 left in the first half, and Brooks has extended their lead to 27-0, pending the extra point. We want to give a shout out to our middle school football team. Played in the conference championship Wednesday. We brought it to you live here on the network. Our guys come up a little bit short against Irwin County. Congratulations to the Indians on winning the middle school championship, but our middle school Bulldogs came a long way this year. Those guys, we look forward to watching them play over the next several years.
Looked like we had an illegal substitution there.
Illegal substitution on Brooks. This guy wasn't impressive in warm-ups, but he hadn't missed since the game started. That might be short. No. Wide to the right. He had the length, just missed it wide right. All right, we're going to take another break here on the network and get a word from our sponsors.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
and the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
All right, we back here from Veteran Stadium in Quitman, Georgia. Bulldogs down 27-0 to these Brooks County Trojans. Same score over in Pearson, or I guess I don't know where they're playing at, but Irwin and Atkinson. 27-0, I just saw. Here's the kick. Going to be a
Liner.
line drive, taking on about 19.
Kiss right.
Too much juking and jiving for all that speed, and he's going to go down at the 29.
Yep.
10-yard return.
Dawgs has got to find something here. Some kind of offensive rhythm. Definitely got to, our line's got to step up a little bit. And it's going to be hard if we can't move the ball on the ground a little bit to even get the passing game going. So this defense is definitely as advertised so far.
So far, they've been nothing but positives.
And
Give it to Calhoun, and he just bottled up.
Rashad read that one and saw two of them there and just must not have wanted to keep it and run it. Yeah, Calhoun run right into them two there. That was a. We're not getting any kind of push whatsoever on the left side, or if you follow those linemen there, you're watching the red go right through them.
Gonna lose about 2 in there. Gonna be a 2nd and 12. 2 receivers on the. I got 2 receivers on each side now.
I don't know who that one was there. Just come in.
No, but the play's done started, and he ain't even sure what's going on.
There's A. Ryan. Nope, Kiss right over there. One hit him in the hands with some open real estate.
The ball's on the 28. There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play, not sure what.
Nope, they pointing to us. Nope. Yep.
Well, let's see what's the
Got another 5-yard
false start.
Yeah.
Illegal procedures to call against the Bulldogs.
Back us up to the 22. Be 2nd down and 17.
Comes Anderson back in. He's not quite sure where he needs to get.
We got a few kids out due to quarantine, and so you put folks in that didn't get to practice in those places this week because you thought the other guys was going to play, and then it just kind of causes confusion.
Yeah. Roll out for Rashad with some open.
They're going to go up there and hit him about the 26. He gained about 4.
I tell you, that defensive speed there is a little bit different than what we're capable of handling right now. They are very fast. That's a defensive lineman running down our quarterback that had a step or two on him.
Calling a 3rd and a long 12.
We're going to pull us one out here and put some air up under here. Make us a play here.
Give him some time to throw it.
Got to get us a block there. Got to get rid of it. Up, cuts back. There he is.
Got a man down there.
Looks like Anderson.
It'll be Andreas Anderson. And he runs out of bounds on about the 37-yard line.
Did he get pushed out of bounds or just ran out of bounds?
I didn't see nobody put a hand on him.
I thought he had another 3 or 4 yards before he ever made contact with the next guy.
Shard made that happen with his legs.
Yeah.
He had no protection. Protection broke down. He spun out of it. I was afraid he was going to run across the line of scrimmage down there, but he didn't.
Looked like the D-backs kind of saw Rashad running and was going to come up and make a hit. And luckily, we didn't cross that line of scrimmage. That was a great play by 5.
Take
Got
it.
him again
Steps
there.
up in the pocket and nobody to throw it to.
Washington dropped for a loss. Christian Edgerton made the tackle. Loss of 3 on the play.
Ball back to the 39.
From the 40.
It's the second or third time tonight that Rashad's been sacked.
Looks like the middle of the line there from the center to the with the guards there had him a nice little old pocket made up. We just didn't run through it there. It's a little bit better blocking there. We don't really have no one-on-one opportunities here. They giving us a cushion there. Now there's the play that we nice spin there on Rashad.
Rashad got loose.
Feet.
Down inside the
20,
close to the 20, not inside the 20, around the 20.
Yeah,
another first down.
He's right on the 20
right
almost.
on the 20, a 19-yard run.
Yeah, I thought our line had gotten better there around the center area there, and they starting to push them out wide there for that, opening up that center.
Well, you got some young guys in there, especially on this right side over here.
Oh, sure, with Eubanks and that group there is
yeah.
Getting thrown in the fire against them very quick.
Shaw trying to send his man in motion. He finally sees him and goes. Roll this way.
He's got him. Oh.
Intercepted on the 10. Still on his feet.
And he's still going, and there's nobody there. There's
nobody in front of him. There's a crackback block down here that's going to bring the play back, but Calhoun run him down there. I don't know how he got by all those blockers, but he somehow squeezed through it. I guess they seen his red pants and not his white jersey, but he squeezed through there and run him down.
Old crackback block there got him. The way they call that crackback block, you could almost be squared up to him and it wouldn't matter. If he's got his head tilted one little old bit, they're going to err on the side of safety for the defenseless guy coming up behind him. So that one there's probably really wasn't a crackback. We'll sure take it.
That's
I thought
right.
Rashad had Alexander open here in the flat there, but he wanted to try to squeeze one in there to Miko, and we probably just got to take what's in front of us there instead of trying to force something here.
Well, against these good clubs like this, you take what they can give you.
Oh, yeah.
But, you got a senior quarterback trying to make something happen for his team, and can't fault him, I don't guess.
Oh, no.
Ball going to be spotted right on the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
They send 3 men out wide to the right, single running back in the backfield. Fakes it, throws it out there in the flats.
Good speed there. Going to be tough to.
Roy Johnson going to bring him down, but he's up over the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, them kids there catching about 2 steps. They're already done broke free there, and we're having to come up and help a lot.
Johnson makes the tackle. 1st and 10. Trojans from the 42.
Here he goes with a little stutter step through the middle.
Close to another first down. Might be a half a yard short up over midfield to the 49-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry.
Running with a little bit of tempo there. He's got a back up there on the receiver, but we need a big play here. We need another fumble. And what Miko's doing there, standing up.
Another little option there.
Oh, got him in the backfield.
We had him stop short of the first down, but looks like he might have stretched it out and got it.
Oh.
And he's hurt over there. Somebody's hurt over there.
I think they moved him on. Moved the chains. Yep, moved the chains.
I want to give a shout out to Archie Bouchard watching over in Japan. He and his wife Jessie. Appreciate them very much for watching over there. And yes, Archie, these Brooks County Trojans are very fast. Quarterback takes it. And he's going to gain another 6, 7, 8 yards in there.
Yeah, we getting no push whatsoever there, and they're gashing there for 8, 9, 10 yards at a clip there. Our DN right there, we got to get Miko situated whether he's going to put his hand in the dirt, stand up, or
he's lined up almost over the ball. He backed up.
I don't know what he's got going. I'm trying to follow him a little bit, see if we can get some plays in there on him.
Deep pass, incomplete. That play there was more of a pass interference than the one earlier.
For sure.
I mean, we reached out and grabbed him before the ball got to him, but the other one we was trying. I mean, both men had right to the ball.
Yeah.
It's 3rd down 2 for the Trojans from the 40.
Need a big hold, big stand here if we can get one here. I'm sure they'll still go for it on the 4th down, but we need to stop here. Not going to get it.
Going to give it that big bruising back, and he's up over the 30 down inside the 30 to the 27.
James Hewitt, the ball carrier. Zarin Guyton made the tackle. Hewitt carries all the way down to the 27.
Another 13-yard gain.
First down, Brooks County from the Bulldog 27.
High snap again.
And we're just running right around to the outsides and nothing. They're just toting us down there.
Down inside the 20 to the 15.
Yep.
James Hewitt driving all the way down to the 15. First down, Trojans.
Another 12-yard gain.
We got to find some fight here. We sure getting pushed around right now. We got to find some kind of fight here. There's a young defensive back coming in there. Oh, quarterback keeper. He's just darting around in there, getting him 5 or 6 at a time.
Down to the 10.
Weaves his way down to the 10-yard line. Cedric Davis made the tackle. Gain of 5.
Cedric Davis in on the tackle.
5 for the Trojans from the Lanier 10-yard line.
Here we are still walking around. They ready to snap the ball.
A little scat back, and he runs it right up the gut for 10 yards and a touchdown. So 3:12 to go in the first half. Brooks County has extended their lead to 33 to nothing, pending the extra point.
He's going to try to get back the missed extra point here with a 2-point conversion.
Player running off, player running on, sending a bigger back in there. Look for the quarterback to just keep it himself and run it right up the gut.
Sure.
We'll have a timeout here. Timeout, Brooks County.
Trojans' first time out of the half. The JV football team on October 15th host the Bulldogs of Thomasville and took home a 28-7 win.
Well, we got a timeout here. Going to give a shout out to Noah Newbern and Josh Sermon, both watching at home tonight. I know those guys would love to be over there on that sideline helping their teammates out. Not happy to be sitting home this evening.
Yeah, them kids there get a lot of reps with the first team there, and now, like you was talking earlier, you get those guys there that's missing tonight. They already know the game plan. Now you're putting somebody in with less reps, and basically got to change your whole
scheme of things.
Identity there. With Noah not being back here and trying to run the ball a little bit.
Trojans line up for a 2-point conversion.
Need a big stop here. Anything for a little momentum.
I'm going to throw it.
He's gonna
got a man wide open. Touchdown or 2-point conversion's good. That'll make it 35 to nothing. So we're going to take a break here while they get the kick lined up for the kickoff. We'll be back here after a word from the sponsor.
Farmers and Merchants Bank has been helping people with their financial needs for over 100 years. And FMB is right here in Lakeland, Georgia to serve you. Whether you need personal banking with checking and savings accounts, money market and IRAs, or business banking with checking, cash management, and loans, FMB is also your lending solution for both personal and business. Whatever your banking needs, Farmers and Merchants Bank remains committed to be the best of the.
All right, back here from Veterans Stadium. Trojans about to kick off again. Kick line drive down there.
Took a little squib on him, and
man, he's going to end up.
And then we're back running back the wrong way again instead of that sideline there and trying to get out of bounds. We run it. Looked like he had 5 or 6 positive yards there, Keith, and decided he'd wipe them out and run backwards.
Run backwards and got brought down there around the 6 or so. The 16 or so inside, around on the 16. Need to drive and run out this last 3:05 and see if we can put some points on the board and make ourselves feel a little bit better.
Oh.
Lady Dogs have started game number 2. They lead 3-0 in the bottom of the first. Of course, they'll be the visitors in the second game. Score from over in Homerville. Turner and Clinch tied 7-7. 50 seconds left to go in the first half. We stacked those receivers on each side again with a single back. Going to hand it. No, going to fake it to the back, and Rashad's going to go down inside the 10.
Yeah, he's going to lose him a good 5 there.
Back to the 11. Second 15. Player never really developed. Just didn't have the blocking. Looks like, is that Zay Ryan to move to our side this time?
Yes. Zay's on
Shad.
the thumb. He's got Zay.
Got Zay out here wide open on the 20. Good to see Xavier catching some balls. He missed a couple games early in the year. About an 8-yard gain there for Xavier.
Yep.
3rd down and 7.
Give us a little cushion here. I'd like to drop one in here for about 10 yards.
Looks like we're going to stack receivers again. Got Andreas Anderson out here with Xavier. Shot's looking this way. He had Anderson over in the seam there and missed him.
Nope. Not going to get there.
No, he's going to go down about the 25. He needed 7 and only got about 5.
Looks like punt team coming in. I guess. Or is that the? Yeah. It's the punt team.
Washington's in punt formation. Amari Arnold back to receive for the Trojans.
Got a minute
3 and counting.
If we can get us a good one here, or we going to go back to the old way to see if we can't get out there and cover the punt. Good snap. And
kick must have. Now this is what it's going to be.
Oh, nice.
It's going to turn out good. Didn't look good from the start, but it's going to turn out good. Turn out the 33-yard line. That's where Brooks will take over. They got 39 seconds to go in the half.
Keith, I noticed some kids here from the Boys and Girls Club there that they have over in Brooks, a little football team there, 8 and under. They was, with this COVID deal here, it's hard to get games at the ballpark. And we was fortunate for the 8U to be able to come over here and play Brooks, and Brooks come back and play us.
That's right.
We appreciate that. They might have us here tonight, but we was able to edge them out in the
there in the
in the 8U division.
Win's a win, no matter what division you're in. It's
sure.
Always good. Brooks going to have 2 receivers on each side with a single back in the backfield. Going to look to throw it.
Miko had a chance there, but we're not hustling whatsoever.
Man, we thought he's throwing it way down there deep. Andres got a hand on it, but couldn't catch it.
Actually hit him in the head.
Broke it up in there. I think that's Andres.
I think that's
Or is that Kamarion? Andres is down here on this side.
Yeah, that's Kamarion there.
Kamarion Wade.
Hit him right.
I was looking at them red shoes.
Sure. Kamarion's got on some red ones too, yeah.
Kamarion's got on black socks, and Andreas has got on red.
Red, yeah.
Can't see those numbers. I'm blind.
That'd be two of us.
3 and a 7. One wears a 3, one wears a 7.
Wade was on the coverage on that last play.
Second 10, got 29 seconds left in the half. Same formation. Quarterback looking, got a
chance.
Johnson has a hand on him.
Oh no, that's
going to have to
be.
And there's the flag. That's intentional grounding.
There.
He threw it out of bounds, but
Keith, that's the first pressure we've got on their quarterback all night long.
All night.
23 seconds left is going to stop the clock, but that'll be a loss of a down for sure.
Loss of down, and the ball should be moved down inside the 20, and it will to the 16. Johnson to get credit for a sack.
5-yard penalty from the infraction. It's loss of down, which brings up third down for the Trojans. Ball is on the 16-yard line. The Trojans 16. The line to make is the 40.
Third down and 27. Don't want to let a play get busted here.
No.
I'd put a safety back deep.
Looks like we got, looks like Anderson M's giving him a good cushion. A little screen pass here. Can we hold him off around with Roy Johnson? Nope.
Got him.
He's
They
up the
just
sideline.
They held Kamarion. They got the first down, looks like. They held Kamarion. They pulled his jersey. You can see his jersey come away from his body.
Matter of fact,
Mr. Jamie Dodson is blowing his whistle hard as he can. See what he's calling.
Stop the clock.
Timeout, Brooks.
Yep, timeout Brooks. We didn't get that call. Looked like Kamarion lost his helmet there, and he would normally have to come out. But if you call a timeout, he don't have to
come out.
He don't have to lose that play.
Ball's going to be on the 46-yard line. They needed 27, and they got 30. But Kamarion was definitely held on the play. And while we got a second, we won't go to a break, but we'll say we do have one other sponsor that Jeremy doesn't quite have a commercial you made up for yet. But Jerry Robertson Son Construction, down in Naylor, we appreciate their sponsorship here on the Lanier County Network of Lanier County High School Bulldog football.
For sure, they've always been generous with their sponsorships and all. And he played ball for Lakeland, and kid plays ball for Lakeland, and both of them, matter of fact. Appreciate that. Well, we'd really like to let them run for about 12 seconds and tackle them there. Looking to pass it. It's open, and we didn't defend that one very well at all with Daytona there. And we got to move, and he's going in for the score. With 1 second left on the clock.
54 yards on the pass play. Now they said time expired in the half.
Which that'll be good. He definitely went in the end zone there with time left, but no need to stop that clock. I'm sure Coach Williams is not pleased with the effort.
I can understand he shouldn't be. I mean, I've saw some things out there myself that I don't like.
Oh yeah, energy and effort is individualized. Don't have anything to do with the team scheme or anything like that. If you're going, we're not even pushing on anything.
Kick's good, 42-0, as we will take it to the locker room. All right, we reached a half, and we were looking for a guest at halftime. I don't know if he's had a chance to make it over this way yet, but we're going to take a break and let a few of our sponsor commercials run, and if he gets up here, we'll come back. At halftime, we're going to talk to Coach Joel Stites, new head coach of the Lanier County Bulldog basketball team, the boys basketball team. So we'll take a break, but stay tuned. Keep coming back and see. We may going to try to get a word in with Coach Stites.
Farmers and Merchants Bank has been helping people with their financial needs for over 100 years. And FMB is right here in Lakeland, Georgia to serve you. Whether you need personal banking with checking and savings accounts, money market and IRAs, or business banking with checking, cash management, and loans, FMB is also your lending solution for both personal and business. Whatever your banking needs, Farmers and Merchants Bank remains committed to be the best of the best. North Carter Street in Lakeland. Go Dawgs! Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Lakeland Drug Company has been Lakeland's hometown pharmacy since 1950. They're more than just medicine, offering personalized service, a drive-up window, and a delivery service. Located at 42 West Main Street in Lakeland, Georgia, you can call 229-482-3677 or visit them online at lakelanddrug.com. Lakeland Drug Company, more than medicine, and a proud supporter of Lanier County Bulldogs.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lanier County Network. We're here at Veterans Stadium at halftime of the Bulldog football game. We're joined in the booth now by Coach Joel Stites, our new head coach of our Bulldog basketball team. Coach, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
Doing good. Appreciate you coming up, talking with us a little bit about Bulldog basketball coming up here very shortly.
Yeah, real quick. We're excited.
Good, good. When is our, I know they've changed some dates around, different things like that. Could you tell us when practice can start?
We can get going on Monday.
This Monday?
Yep, yes, sir. Yep, we've been doing workouts and whatnot, trying to hit the weight room, but we can go full go Monday, and it's going to be upon us real quick.
Yeah. How about our first game? When will that be?
Well, if everything goes according to plan, it's already changed a couple times. I think we're supposed to start with a scrimmage in Lanier on November 17th. I believe that's Tuesday, the 17th of November. And then regular season starts up the week of Thanksgiving. That Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be at Charles Cooper in Lowndes playing in that tournament.
All right. Been quite a while since we went over and participated in that. And look forward to that. Something to do during the holiday break, holiday season. So
yeah, we're going to be busy that week. We got games Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. So
wow.
We're not going to 4
games in 5 days. Sounds like.
That's right. We won't be eating a whole lot of turkey. So.
Yeah, or working it off if you do.
That's true. That's true. Yes,
right.
sir.
That's right. We had a few guys coming back. We lost some seniors last year. Of course, I know you've come in and looked and seen what your team's going to look like. How you thinking we're going to match up around with a few? I know you probably looked at our region and different things. It's changed some. How you feeling about it?
Well, I think we're looking at possibly half our team on the football field right now too.
I understand that.
So that's the challenge with things getting backed up a couple weeks.
That's right.
We don't know what playoffs are in store and all that, but it's kind of one of those things. We'll see. We'll see. We're just literally hoping and praying we can just get on the court and play basketball. We'll we'll be teaching things real quick,
That's
and
right.
and you know, just trying to roll with the punches this year.
Understand. Yeah, we have talking about our region. Telfair County and Wilcox County moved out of the region. These Brooks County Trojans are going to be new to our region, but not a new opponent. We've played them in the past. Usually a real competitive game. Then of course we have rivalries with Clinch, Atkinson, Eccles, somewhat. What have you people told you about those folks?
Well, the neat thing is I played Brooks at Highland. I was the head coach of Highland Christian Academy for several years. We played Brooks last year. We were over in their Christmas tournament.
Right.
They hosted us, and so we played them. We played Eccles. So I've been around. I've seen a lot of teams play. Not a lot of new things that I'll see. So, you know, South Georgia basketball.
That's right.
You know, I've been around the block a little bit, gotten to see some teams play. We actually went over and played in the Hoop Fest in Thomasville last year with Highland. We're going to go do it this year with Lanier. So,
Yeah.
so that'll be new for maybe our guys, but not for me. So
That's right.
hopefully I can give them a little bit. Me and Coach Tim Rose standing here behind me, we can give them a little bit of a little bit of comfort just because we've been there at least and done it.
Gotcha. Well, you're coming in fresh to Lanier County, fresh to, I guess this year anyway, you'll be fresh to public basketball. You was at the private school before. In the past, I think it was 6 years, we had power rankings in Georgia. We were unable to play in those tournaments like the Hoop Fest and the Charles Cooper, and that's why we haven't been to those places for so long, because it's tough to go over there and you go play a Lowndes. You'd love to go play those guys. You think, well, hey, I can compete with them this year. But if you lose, the points kills you. You didn't make the playoffs. Now, top four, only the region games really matter as to who makes the playoffs. So it's good to be able to go and just kind of see what we used to do years ago and be able to play some of those other teams. So, but you'll if you would have saw the power rankings, or you may have, you would be very glad that they're gone.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know what you're talking about. I think it's a great thing that they changed that. It's about time because, we want to play. We want to play each other. We don't want to have to travel, miles and miles. I mean, it's great to just go up the road and play in a ball game. Tournaments nearby. We're a single-A school, but, our mentality is going to be we're going to go play anyone we have to, anyone we can. And if we're playing, 6, 7, 8 schools, super. It'll only make us better.
That's exactly right. We have a big following for basketball. We hope that the COVID will eventually end or somewhat be under control. We'll be able to pack that doghouse because a lot of folks love to come to the doghouse, love to watch those Bulldogs play basketball. I had something there on my mind that I wanted to ask you about. What about I know what it is. In the past, we would have before the power rankings, we always had a region tournament. Do you know if there'll be a region tournament?
That's the plan. Everything right now is planned that way. Of course, everything's fluid at this moment, but the plan is we'll have a region tournament, and we'll just wait and see. This is one of those weird years where you just got to take it one day at a time, one game at a time. Just try to maximize every opportunity we get.
That's right.
We're going to preach that to our boys. Just every time you're out there, embrace it. If we have fans, awesome. We're blessed to have this where we can stream it now.
That's right.
In today's world, and if our fans aren't there, their spirit will be.
That's right.
If we're not playing for faces, we'll play for spirits.
That's right.
And that's something that we'll discuss with the young fellas. It'll be weird to not have to play in the gym, but we're in there every day. Our gym filled with people, but we're in there every day. So when we step in those lines, it really doesn't matter what's outside those lines.
I understand that. Well, that's very good. It's good to hear we'll have a region tournament. Always makes good for a Cinderella story. There's always somebody that slips up and gets in that top four, just kind of like in the NCAA where you win your conference and you make the 64.
I've been there, done that, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
So that's always good to hear. Anything you'd like to tell folks about Bulldog basketball that's going to be new or something exciting you know about that folks would like to hear out there?
Well, really, we're just going to two things I ask from my guys. Me and Coach Tim ask every day, just attitude and effort. We want great attitudes and great effort. We're not here to, rock the boat. We just want to keep going with what we have built here. Sure, things might be a little bit different, but that's life. Right. Shoot, we're seeing that this year right before our eyes.
That's right.
So, we're just excited. I'm excited. I know my staff's excited, and the kids are super excited just to be able to play basketball again. So,
That's great. That's great.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. All right, Coach, we appreciate you coming up. Long ways up these bleachers up here, but appreciate you coming up and talk with us a little bit about Bulldog basketball. We'll try to do, Jeremy and I, we've done this a few times. We try to do a coaches show.
Awesome.
We haven't been able to do that yet with football. We was going up to the Huddle House. Mr. Jimmy Brown up there is nice enough to let us use a table, but he's having as all restaurants are, kind of scale back his tables because of the COVID. So we'll figure out a way, and we'll have a coaches show, and we'll talk a little bit more about Bulldog basketball before the season gets started.
Can't wait.
All
Can't
right.
wait. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you for
Appreciate
coming
it.
up.
Good
yes,
Dogs.
sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to run down a few scores here before we get back to action. We got about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left before the start of the second half. Will getting his headset back on and getting ready for us to call the second half.
They'll probably give us a few more minutes with homecoming there. I don't know.
Yeah, they
for
may
sure,
add
but
they may add some more. Both teams are back out on the field warming up.
we can
Did see Will, the Lady Dogs are up 6-2
6-2, yes.
right now in game 2, looking for a sweep opportunity to host next week in the Elite 8.
Keith, you'll explain to them a little bit about, normally with the Columbus deal, you take the top 8 teams.
That's correct.
Around, and you have a little bit different playoff scenario and Sweet 16s and this and that. But this year, they won't be an Elite 8 in Columbus. They'll take the final 4 teams and universal coin flip on number 1 seeds.
That's right.
And we was fortunate enough to win the coin toss there, and we'll host, I would assume, Commerce.
We're figuring Commerce could be Tron, which has been a thorn in our side for several years. Me and you what? Have we ever beat them? I think we beat them once down in Lakeland a few years ago.
We run road in the first game, and we didn't have a chance the next 2.
That's right.
And we played them in the year we went in the Final 4. We played them on that rain-soaked Saturday morning. That was a little chilly, and we got run road that morning, and then we come back last year in the Elite 8, and they got us on Saturday morning, I believe it was.
I think that's right.
And brought us back. But
that's right.
those Lady Dogs, obviously, standard has been set. We keep going, and just to give an update there while we got a few minutes there, Keith and I are very, very supportive of the programs, not just football and this and that. Our middle school Lady Dogs played for the championship. We graduated 1 8th grader, and everybody else was either in the 6th or the 7th. And we expect the standard in the softball program to continue. I know the people that push the program is not going to allow anything but that, from the head coach from the varsity level all the way to the administrators that allow the middle school coaches to be formed and the parents. It's hard to say you got great 6th and 7th graders on the ball field without congratulating the parents and praising them for what they allow us to do with their kid,
That's exactly right. So, Brooks, I'm about to say Irwin, but Brooks is teeing it up. Bulldogs will get the second half kickoff. I don't know, has Coach Kurt Williams made a decision whether or not to accept the running clock for the duration of the second half. We will see here shortly.
I would assume he did, but we're going to see. Oh, going to have an onside kick there, and look like Eubanks there. Kai messed around and let it go off his hands there.
A good field position to start the second half. I wouldn't have thought that
we'd have come out with that.
We'd have come out with an onside kick. I wouldn't have thought not 42-0. But I don't know if that was intentional or.
Yeah, it looks like Freeman's having a conversation with his kicker there, with his hands in the air and all.
Ball on the 44-yard line of the Bulldogs. Halftime scores we got before this play gets underway. Clinch and Turner was tied at 7. Atco was trailing Irwin 41-0 at the half.
Now we're
trying to send a man in motion, and he won't get out of there. Finally does. Rashad's going to keep it. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Kai didn't quite get his block here. Some other dates that we have, Keith, coming up there. We got our district play in 8U and 10U football coming up on November the 17th, which will be a Tuesday night. We'll play up in Tifton, Georgia at the E.B. Hamilton Complex up there, and championship games are on Thursday night. Tuesday night, our 8U will play Dooley County. And 8U and 10U will play Berrien.
Good deal. If you can get out and go see those young Bulldogs, I know they would certainly appreciate it. Hand off in there to Calhoun. He's got a nice gain at about 6-7 yards. Across midfield.
That was a nice run there. Finally got to see a Brooks County player stand still and didn't chase down the play.
Ball at the 48-yard line and gain about 8. Being up at 3rd and 2.
You know, the progression of our football program over the last few years, they're being able to be around the park and everything from the start to where it's at now. You know, we've come a long way. I just hope these boys here keep going there. We got a little screen pass there.
Got Kish right. He's got a lot of running room over here on the side.
Oh, laid the shoulder down there. Nice play.
Picked up a first down. Much better start to the second half than the first half, rather.
Yeah.
Ball to the 34-yard line. It'll be a 14-yard pass play.
I'm sure early in the third quarter here, I'm sure Maurice still got his guys in there, I would assume.
I would think so.
They still want to stay in rhythm, you know. Stay on schedule what he's got planned. Here comes Rashad's got to get rid of it.
Don't throw it down there deep to
and we got a chance.
Xavier Ryan can't come up with it. Xavier may have got away with a push off himself.
Yeah, it looked like he had slowed up a little bit instead of running on through there.
He was definitely there. Bulldogs have been down close to scoring a couple of times early in the first half and was unable to punch it in.
The way they throwing them balls off, Keith, that looks like they might be a little bit of water somewhere, somehow on the football.
In the middle of the field.
A couple of those slips there could have been a little bit wet. We was on that end zone coming in at the end, and it didn't look wet, but don't never know about the water spigots there.
That's right. There's some different discolorations all over the field out there. Looks like they got about 4 different kinds of grass. Pass over the middle, incomplete.
He never turned in. You would think Kish has to understand we don't have, 5 or 6 seconds back here. They as soon as he snaps it, he's got about 3 seconds. So Kish needs to have that in his mind on the cut in there, even if it's a little bit short.
Make his cut a little sooner.
Yeah. You can't put Rashad in that situation where he's got to scramble for 7-8 seconds.
Bulldogs in 4-down territory. You'd be looking at about a 51-yard field goal from here. Doubt we would try that.
Oh, there goes number 4, jumped off sides. There's about the 3rd penalty on him tonight.
Now they gonna call a false start. That's, I guess that was on our number 4.
Yeah, that was on our number 4.
3rd down and 15. Back this up to the 39.
It'll be 3rd down, 15 for the Bulldogs.
You'd like to see the kids have great body language and everything, but obviously might not have had a great day at school today or whatever. And we sure ain't showing it on the football field. Now he's lined up. There he goes. He's backed up now.
I think we moved again. I seen what looked like maybe the ball wasn't getting back there quickly as it should have, and the backfield was actually moving from where I was looking.
That makes things a little more difficult.
Well, what started as a nice drive now kind of don't look so good.
The competing aspect's what we always talk about. Visually, we're just not competing. It looks like he's got the running clock here, and they didn't stop it on any of them penalties, I don't think, Keith.
That's right. Last week, we competed from the opening horn to the closing horn, regardless of the score. Now we got to delay a game.
Delay a game, yeah. Oh, no.
Illegal substitution. I don't know how I'd see that one. I wonder if the official may have Wonder if I thought that signal was delayed, but maybe not.
He made another signal there, but yeah.
Fakes the handoff. Rashad looks to roll. He's got Brewington over here. He's inside the 40 to the 39.
They did stop the clock on that out of bounds play there, so we.
Brewington with the reception of the Brockington pass. Here's a flag.
Oh,
They're going to call a hold or something.
I think they
back.
got Jalen there with block in the back there. Yeah, they got 8 on the pushback block there.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, we're going to be back in their end zone there.
Blocking the back's going to negate a nice gain. They're going to put us about 3rd and forever. All the way back at the 28-yard line. So basically you're a 43rd down and 46. 21-yard penalty will be the net. Penalty was 15 yards from the spot.
I think we back there at the drive-in at Hardy's down there at the red light there. Trying to get this first down.
Rashad rolling, going to throw it. Got it.
And that's right at the receiver, right at their defensive back here, which would have been good for a punt, I guess. Get him right there.
Still ain't down.
Zay Ryan there.
Finally, somebody dove in there and might have been Kelvin Gaines.
I think I know why Zay Ryan don't play defense now, watching that tackle.
Rashad throws his 3rd interception of the evening. Just trying to make something happen for his ball team.
That was basically a punt.
Just as good as.
Yeah.
So Brooks to take over on the 41-yard line. Clock is rolling, 5:20 counting. Clinch can't be winning 14-0. It was 7-7 earlier. Snaps high. Give it to that big running back. He's brought down for a yard loss. 14-7 Clinch.
No gain on the play for Hewitt. Marquez Robinson beats the bus.
About a 2-yard loss.
Brooks is ready to keep going in that tempo they got there.
Cortez Robinson with the tackle for loss. Quarterback dropped it.
He dropped
and
it.
Kelvin Gaines is going to get in there for the tackle. Back to the
At least we get through there.
midfield. Be a 3rd and 19. 7-yard loss on the play.
This receiver's definitely offsides there. He got him backed up now. Everybody's playing behind the stick so far. Start the 3rd. Won't be cold. Boy, that's a big hole right there. He's just running wide open there.
Roy Johnson finally tackled him about 12, 13 yards downfield.
Man. You wonder if we're getting blocked there or we just.
Be a 4th and 7 after a 12-yard run.
Man. Hard to believe they blocking us that good. We just ain't participating.
Got a flag from where that's at. That's got to be a delay of game. And in that hurry up, I don't know how they could get called for a delay of game.
Got us offsides, no?
Official back there, way back on the far sideline, calling delay.
Dead ball foul. We're waiting for the signals.
He don't know what he's called back there.
This one here wants to mark off 5 yards for offsides, and this one back there wants to call a delay of game. And now they say no flag.
Yeah, we're going to wipe it off.
And that's how this crew has been for years.
No, they're definitely offsides there. Keith, I noticed we had the basketball coach here. We also lost our guy that done both of the programs, girls and boys, and we got us a new girls basketball coach, and Sandy Turner there out of Valdosta, Georgia. And
that's right. We'll try to get Coach Turner on if at the next ball game he can be available for.
I know we had a successful run there in that middle school division with the 9th grade group that we had there, and female athletics in Lakeland's sure setting standards.
First punt of the night for
Can
Brooks
we get
County that
there?
I can remember. Kish
Yep.
Wright. If he'd have just kept coming, he probably would have got a little bit more yards.
Yeah.
Wright moves the ball out to about the 25-yard line, first and 10, Bulldogs.
But the overall health of our athletic department, you know, we had a cross-country program this year that was very successful and competed real well.
That's right.
Miss Carrie Corson was the coach of that, and she had several runners there that.
From the middle school all the way up.
Oh, yeah.
And especially the middle school.
Middle school with the Cook boy there. He's very talented. I think he might have won a couple in this
Won
and
a
that.
couple and finished second in most of the ones he didn't win.
Yep. I think he might have finished third in the high school one there.
Yeah.
That we hosted in Lakeland, which is very promising. They good little
But he'll be a
baseball players.
freshman next year, I believe. I believe he'll be a freshman next year. Rashad looking
Got to get rid of it.
nowhere to go, and he's going to be brought down for a 5-yard loss.
Yeah.
Behind the line, about a 5-yard loss. Jaquan Dawson making the tackle. It is second down 15 for the Bulldogs from the 20.
Yeah, track program or cross country program done very well.
Yep.
We tried to cover them as much as we could in the newspaper.
Sure. We still ain't really
figured out how to line up, have we?
No, when we do try to line up, we just jogging over and not really getting after it.
Little screen play in there, not going to work.
No.
Was that Calhoun on the reception?
That'd be number 8. Yeah, we hadn't done much. I don't know if
Washington's pass complete. Gain of a couple. Derek Woods makes the tackle.
35-second counting here in quarter number 3.
Down 15 for the Bulldogs.
At this point, you know, you just kind of want to, hey, let's just drop back and throw it as far as we can.
Sure.
See if somebody run under it.
Sure. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Three in a row.
Throw it
Got
out
it
there
out
in
there
the
to-
flats. He's got a
Kish has got a few blocks. He's tripped up.
running room. He gets up to the 30. Can be short of a first down.
Looked like he might have tripped himself there too.
Screen to about the 30-yard line. That's
In the third quarter there.
out of bounds. It'll be fourth down and 5. We'll begin the fourth quarter of homecoming 2020. At the end of the third quarter, your score, Brooks County Trojans 42. Lanier County Bulldogs.
So we'll take a break here and let our sponsors get a little love. All right, we back here for quarter number 4. Final 12 minutes of this football game. Just joining us, Brooks County scored 42 points in the first half unanswered. Nobody scored in the third quarter as we have a running clock. Bulldogs are facing a 4th down and 5 from their own 30. Looks like they're going to leave the offense on the field. Had 3 receivers stacked out on the top. Rashad and Jalen in the backfield. Shaw's going to take the snap, run it right up the middle.
And nowhere near.
No, got 2 yards maybe up to the 32. And that'll turn it over on downs.
Keith, I don't know what you've been hearing about the basketball seating deal, but, you know, possibility, obviously we're not going to be able to pack out gyms like we have in the past, but some of the crowd that we've had in the past with your clinches and your Atcos and things like that to come in and have a nice gate receipt. And what I'm understanding, maybe a number of 250, 300 is about all we're going to be able to get in there with social distancing. It's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge. Like Coach Stites mentioned, we talked to him earlier, you know, if the gym's empty, they still going to play and play for everybody that, you know, just as if they were still there.
Yep.
I think he said, we play for your souls.
Yeah.
Ball going to be on the 13-yard run.
Here he goes again with the carry.
And go down at 5.
I know I hang around the basketball courts all the time around the girls and middle school and boys and all, and they're right there in the 5 here. Hopefully we can have a good hold here, and well, he shot out there on us, and boy, he's still going.
I thought we had him bottled up. Don, I'm not sure, Will, is this still their starters in or no? But
no, it don't look like it. The 61 definitely started earlier. Big ticket to run in there at the end there.
Well, those 2 big backs they got up there on the wings there, I think they started, but I don't know if, you know, where they were exactly at.
Right.
I'm saying no gain on that last one. 2nd goal.
Quarterback's had it every play so far.
Good tackle in there. Got it to the 3.
Number 53 made the tackle for Lanier.
Kind of hobbled a little bit there. I thought we got him around that ankle. Is that the starting quarterback, or I don't?
You know, I'm not sure. I don't
think so. I think that starting quarterback's a little bit thicker. He might be one of the running backs. And there he goes again on the play. Oh no!
We're gonna hit him and keep him out.
Oh, ball on the ground. Ball on the ground.
Then the whistle blows.
Sanders, the ball carrier. Roy Johnson made the tackle.
Yeah, Sanders, I've heard that last name there. It must be.
I'm going to have to stand up. Can't see past Jeremy.
Yeah.
Jeremy's had to put a camera outside because of the window conditions here. Ball on the 2. And they jumped.
Sure looked like something got moving a little early there.
Ball start against Brooks County.
Is this 4th down and goal right here? Yes, this is 4th down and goal here.
Be 4th and goal now from the 7.
7. Clock still ticking away.
They're going to say the 6, but I think it's closer to the 7. Brooks wanting to punch one more in here for the end of their homecoming night.
That lineman there has been adamant about getting the calls in a little bit quicker from his coach here.
Got to be getting close to a delay.
Oh, yeah.
Quarterback in the gun. Going to throw a fade over
right
there. And they're going to call pass interference.
Oh, sure. Who's that on?
42 to nothing. And
that's going to be Anderson, right?
you're going to give them a 1st down and goal from the 1-yard line or the 3-yard line. I don't know how they do it in high school. The ball was in the end zone. They'll say half the distance to the goal and put it just outside the 3.
He never turned around to look for that ball there.
It's still 4th down. Still 4th down.
Now they'll go back to that tight formation a little bit, or got a wing in there. Gonna give it to him on the end around.
Oh, can we get there? Oh, we got him. Cortez Robinson there with a fine play.
Came from the back side from his nose tackle position. So that wasn't an automatic first down then.
No, it wasn't.
So the penalty didn't give them an automatic first down. So the Bulldogs hold.
Might not have been a pass interference. Might have been a hold.
Yeah, it could have been.
One or the other.
Pinned up back there on about the 3-yard line. Going to be a safety.
Goodness.
No, they said he got it out. They're going to mark it on the 1. Not sure who ran it.
Washington on the keeper. Loss of a yard on the play. Second down, 11 from the 1-yard line.
Clock winding down. Close to 6 minutes left here in the football game.
Yeah, we need to. You always build momentum for your next play or your next game. We need to see if we can't dig out this hole right here, because we sure are right there backed up in it.
Be a tough spot to punt. I'm just going to take the snap and dive out of there and pick up about a yard out to the 2.
Washington on the keeper.
He didn't move yet.
Trojan defensive line makes the tackle. No gain on the play. It'll be third down. And it appears to be 11 for the Bulldogs.
Shot going to go in the shotgun this time.
Get rid of it,
Well,
Shot.
he's going to be
Or
taken
don't.
down for a sack. Safety.
Sack in the end zone for a safety. Jaquan Dawson and Christian Edgerton make the tackle for the.
Well, you may as well throw it there because
They could punt it that out the end zone.
Well,
just throw it as far as you can.
well, if you throw it, even if they call intentional grounding, it's no different than what you got. It's still a safety either way.
That's right.
With that score and 4 minutes left in the ball game, it's Trojans 44, Bulldogs.
So we'll see if the Bulldogs choose to punt it or kick it. They'll have the option here from
30.
from the 20, I believe.
20, yes, 20.
Will be allowed on the field after the game. At the end of the game, please exit the stadium in a safe and orderly manner. And we thank you for that.
Clock's at 4:04 and running.
Good friend Tyrone Randolph's watching from over in Hinesville, Georgia tonight.
Shout out to former Bulldog coach Ty Randolph. Glad to have him listening
Oh, yeah.
over at Bradwell Institute.
Bradwell Institute. He'll have him on the right track before you know it. Uh-oh. Boy, I'd like to pick one up there.
I believe that's the Knights. It was his.
Oh,
Roy Johnson
we
took
got
the
it.
football.
Oh, man.
And Jamie Dodson's going to blow it dead.
Oh, my.
He wasn't going to allow us to score. Old big Jamie.
Oh, my.
The man was still moving, still churning his. If he'd have broke out there and scored on the other end, whistle wouldn't have blown.
Oh, my.
Trojans begin first and 10 from their own 40.
What we got left? 220. No, 240.
Lady Dawgs leading at 8-3 now.
Should be getting late in that ball game.
Should be getting late. Clint still leading 14-7 going to the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Tackle for loss back there. Kelvin Gaines. Was that Kelvin?
Yeah. And he's got him a
Got him a
cramp.
cramp.
Quarterback on the keeper. Tykerian Powell made the hit.
That's
Keep
again.
calling Kelvin Tykerian Powell, but Tykerian is number 50.
Yes.
Second down 12 for the Trojans.
Ball was on the 44, back to the 42.
Definitely a different quarterback there. We got 2 minutes left to go. I'd like to reach out to all our listeners tonight and Bulldog supporters. And if any of you mamas or got any 8-year-old kids out there that's got a little bit of weight on them, we'd sure like to get them to the park to get them on that offensive line we got down there at the park. We're going to be playing some all-star games and all. And I know this COVID's kept a lot of our ball players out, but if you got anybody that wants to play a little 8U football, get them to the ballpark. We'll get them a helmet and shoulder pads on and put them to use.
That's where it all starts. Got to have a feeder program. Park has done that here in the past 5 years, Will.
I got the job 7 years ago. November will be 7. And
Be 7 years then, because
we've been fortunate with Chris Vincent and Dooner Seeley. And when I got there, you and Coach Yanstich had the 12.
I had been named by Mr. Jimmy Benefield the czar of football. And
y'all had a 12U bunch with
we had a 12. We had a 10U bunch.
10U with Kamarion Wade. And
most of these guys
yes.
is out here on the field right now.
Yep, I think
few guys have departed us and moved away and such. But
Rashad was a young. He's a young senior.
That's right.
He was on that
short
group.
kick.
Are we going to try to field it?
We fielded
did,
it.
And
number 6 there, Guyton. Got a little bit of running room over on the right side.
Daytona might get us in the end zone.
Got some blocking over there. Going to go out of bounds over there by the Valdosta Orthopedic Injury Tent.
He should have just kept right on running down the sideline and fouled there when they get in the end zone for us. Hey. Clock will not stop.
No, we got
50 seconds.
17 seconds.
17.
They're going to stop it with 17 seconds over there.
Give us one more play.
Lanier County's going to call a timeout and try to punch one in here at the end. Just hopefully don't get anybody hurt.
Now, when will we play the Sweet 16? Would that be Monday or Tuesday Wednesday?
My understanding at the park earlier this afternoon, they would play Monday. But now I haven't talked to Coach Brunell. Just heard a few parents around the park saying Monday.
So it'd be a Monday-Tuesday deal, and we can play on either day, I guess. Because today we could have
played yesterday. That's right. We've been choosing to play on the second day, so I don't know how that falls out.
I got you. But
with this rain, I would try the first day.
As early as you could get it, because I would assume Commerce will be probably spending the night there.
That's right. You want to get
Valdosta.
You want to get a chance to get on to whoever wins it. Wants to get a chance to get on up to Columbus, and
it'll be quick turnaround there.
Lady Dawgs leading that 9-3 in the bottom of the fourth. Shot going to rear back and throw it about as far as one could be thrown. And there wasn't nobody down the middle of the field. Everybody was on the edges. 8-7. I don't think we'll get off another one unless Coach calls a timeout. Timeout. He does. Lanier County.
Timeout, Lanier. Their second timeout. We got one left.
Ball was on the 32.
2 seconds left on the clock.
Before we get away right here, Keith, I have omitted one little thing about our 10U football program. We was able to put them in a travel league type deal this year, and we will be playing the Valdosta Warcats travel organization on October the 31st. I'd also like to tell everybody at the rec department that next Friday night against Turner County will be our rec football night, but we'll be playing Saturday morning at 12 o'clock in the Super Bowl of our league there against the Valdosta Warcats. But rec night next Friday night, I'll have that on the park page shortly.
Brockton going to throw it over the middle or in the seam there. Nobody could get it. That's going to end the ball game. So Brooks County will win their homecoming over our Bulldogs 44-0. And that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight. Appreciate you coming in and filling in and helping us out tonight, Will.
Man, we enjoyed it, Keith.
Yep.
Farmers and Merchants Bank has been helping people with their financial needs for over 100 years. And FMB is right here in Lakeland, Georgia to serve you. Whether you need personal banking with checking and savings accounts, money market and IRAs, or business banking with checking, cash management, and loans, FMB is also your lending solution for both personal and business. Whatever your banking needs, Farmers and Merchants Bank remains committed to be the best of the best. North Carter Street in Lakeland. Go Dawgs! Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Lakeland Drug Company has been Lakeland's hometown pharmacy since 1950. They're more than just medicine, offering personalized service, a drive-up window, and a delivery service. Located at 42 West Main Street in Lakeland, Georgia. You can call 229-482-3677 or visit them online at lakelanddrug.com. Lakeland Drug Company, more than medicine, and a proud supporter of Lanier County Bulldogs.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.